Test. Selamlar gençler, sesim geliyor mu?
Geliyor hocam.
Tabii de. Tamamdır. Aa. Ahmet, hi.
Hi, how are you?
Fine. How are you?
I'm great.
Okay. Let me start with asking you, how is your level of Turkish?
I don't understand any Turkish, sadly.
Okay. So, okay, no problem. We will be continuing in English. Gençler, İngilizce devam ediyor olacağız. Dolayısıyla süreç içinde, ya zaten konuştuğumuz teknik terimlerin neredeyse hepsi İngilizce. Programın arayüzü İngilizce. Anlamadığınız bir nokta olursa lütfen beni durdurun. Gerektiği yerlerde Türkçe'de tekrar ediyor olurum. Bir sorun var mı bununla ilgili? Okay. So guys, Ahmet, just a quick heads up for you. We are using Spark AR in order to create augmented reality applications, let's say Instagram filters. So I will send you the previous recordings of the classes, or Çağrı might help me on that way. Çağrı, rica etsem geçmiş derslerin Zoom kayıtlarını atabilir misin? 3 tane vardı diye hatırlıyorum YouTube'dan.
Tamam, şimdi açacağım.
Okay, Chara will send those links to the WhatsApp group so you can watch these, and I am recording this lesson as well. Yeah, so you can catch up, and if you have any questions, we can talk after the class. Is that okay?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, great. So let's start with Spark AR again. Let me share my whole screen with you so it will be a bit easier. And close this guy. So what we are going to do today is we are going to be building a portal filter for Instagram. So when you open up your phone and you tap on something and you get into an environment that normally does not exist. So kinda it will be a VR experiment, but not really. It will be somewhere in between AR and VR, so it will be called as mixed reality. So let's get started. First, we select a blank project from Spark AR Studio and hope it opens. So let me full screen this. As you guys remember, I told you Spark Studio is updated regularly. And again, for this lesson, it has another update. Like it has an update for every week or so. And when we are waiting for this to open up, maybe you guys can share your videos. Çağrı.
Ben chat'e atmıştım hocam size gönderip.
Can you show us the video of how it works? There's a YouTube. Okay.
İkisini de attım. Hem denemek için hem de video da halinde.
Okay, great. Let me just share the screen. With which Adventure Time character are you? So, what is the trigger in this?
Clicking on the screen.
Okay.
I was also going to add some music, like I added music, but it's not like when you click on it, it starts. It's generally repeating. Hani geçen hafta denemiştik ya, yapamamıştık. Bağlayamamıştık. Onun için when you click on it, the music starts and the filter starts running. But again, when you click on it again, it resets the filter and also stops the music.
Orada what you can do is maybe click on the loop so it won't loop without control. We can work on that if you want to see your patch editor and stuff. So first things first, for this filter, we are going to be using 360 captures, you know, the 360 photos, spherical photos that you use in order to see every aspect of where you stand. So for this, we have a site called, you can just Google free 360 photos. And you can find websites there. What I'm going to show you is the Pixex IDE. This can work pretty good. Let me just find the 360. No, this is not the site. Did I click on? Yep. This one is one. Huh. Okay. 360. Okay. This does not work. Let me find something from, yeah. Like it did work a week before, but let's see. Something less complicated. Yeah, maybe this can work as well. Do you guys any good websites for downloading 360 photos? I'm just going to use my own site to download them maybe. Yeah.
Did you code yourself the website?
What?
Kendiniz mi kodladınız hocam?
Bunu mu?
Evet.
Bu Wix'i kullandım. O kadar kendim kodlamadım. So guys, this is a 360 panoramic photo, which you can normally work around and zoom in on the details with a correct viewer. So you can do these kind of things. You can take these with your phone, using Google Street View or some another third-party app to create a 360 photo all around you. What you basically do is take 36 photos all around you, and the program itself stitches them to give you one big texture map. So you can use this, or you can use drones if you have any, and that kind of a thing. And you can produce virtual tours. So this is a web-based application here as we see it, but we are going to be making this into an Instagram filter. Let me find these panoramic images real fast, because looks like I can't find any without paying a large sum of money. Okay, I did find a site with a lot of nope, it does not let me. Just give me a second. By the way, do you guys know any panoramic websites again?
No, I don't know.
Okay, I have Balta Limanı.
Hanga'yı gösteren vardı bir tane hocam. Çok kaliteliydi ama bulabilirsem atayım.
Ne yapalım?
Bir tane Şangay'ı gösteren bir panoramik şey vardı site. Çok kaliteliydi yani.
Olur, bulursan güzel olur.
Bakayım hemen.
So I'm downloading one of my drone shots as we speak. Sultanahmet. Okay, now I do have the images. Let me share my screen with you guys again. Okay, so again, always make a folder for your project. 360 filter, let's say. And I'm going to put my reference images here. Normally, what you see in a 360 image is a bit distorted way of everything. And when you open it up with a correct viewer, a 360 viewer, you will be seeing the good quality version of these, like the everything means something kind of thingy. Let me check. This is a good image. This is not so bad. This is a good one. Let's delete these and this and this. Yeah. I have 4 images that we can work with. So let's start. First things first, you open up Spark AR, and the first thing you do is you add a plane tracker, because you have to know where the ground is. So plane tracker basically does is finds the nearest plane that you have in your physical environment. It can be a desk, it can be the ground, depends on where you implement the filter. So I'm going to be adding a plane tracker here. Here we have it. And after that, I'm going to go into our favorite AR library here. And in the 3D objects, I'm going to be choosing a 3D sphere, high-res sphere primitive. This is what I'm going to be using. I'm pressing import, and here it comes to here. I'm using drop down. Ahmed, for you, these might be not very clear why I am doing and where I am doing it, but it will get all clearer after you watch the first recordings, and we can go up from there. So,
Okay.
what I'm doing here in assets, I have my sphere, but it's not here at the moment. For this, I'm going to take this and put it in here. But remember, guys, it is crucial where you put your items in the scene. So it should not be here. It should be under the plane tracker as a child of plane tracker. So I'm going to be dropping it on top of it. Not on top of it, but on it. And it will be assigned as a child of the plane tracker. So what it does is, wherever it finds a plane, puts that sphere on there. Okay? So, oops, let me Control Z that. I have my sphere here, and I'm going to be scaling out a bit so I can work with it. Oops, I forgot one of the dimensions, I guess. Guys, always select your objects from the scene menu here, so you select the correct thing. Okay, so I do have my sphere, and I'm going to be taking it up to the eye level, as I can guess from the height of the phone. So when I open it up, it will be in the middle of my screen, like this, as you guys see here. Let me get you on. Okay, this works as well. So we have a sphere, but what we do need to do is add a texture to this sphere. So for this, we are going to be using our guys, I'm really sorry, they are calling from Bilgi. Let me open it up for a second. Okay, nothing so serious. Okay, let's continue. I have to add a texture to this, so I'm using selecting this high-res sphere from here, and from there I'm going to be let's go here, and yeah, I have a material here. For this, let me get back to the images here. Let's start with the scenic one. I'm just dragging and dropping it here. And as we discussed previously, this will be downsizing the file size to optimize. As you can see here, it's compressing the image. So it will be decreasing the quality a bit, and I will show you a trick how to make it a bit better. After a while, this does it. Okay, so for this, what I'm going to do here is there's a material for this, but there's no texture. And for this, I'm going to choose the new texture that I just implemented. And after that, I'm going to select the shader type for the texture, or for the material. Oh, this is getting in my way. Just a second. Yeah. Can you guys see the little screens here?
Hangisi hocam?
Sizi görüntülerinizi görebiliyor musunuz? Bir şey blokluyor mu diye soruyorum.
Bende gözükmüyor.
İyi, güzel. Tamamdır. So, let me click on this and transformations, animation, visible layer properties. Okay, these are looking good. And from here, our sphere. Yep, these are the shader properties. So we have our sphere and we have a material for that sphere. And from that, we added the texture of the seaside, the 360 photo. And we are going to be choosing our shader type as flat. Can you guys see the shader options? They changed their location again. Like this. Alpha.
Tamam, belki View'a bakalım. Orada açabiliriz. Bazen öyle oluyor ya.
View'a bakalımdan kastın?
Hani View'da bazen açıp kapanan şeyler oluyor.
Buldum.
Tamam,
Guys,
o zaman, tamam.
there's a shader type on top of the menu. So it was physically based, I guess. Yeah, and we turn it into flat. So we are just using it as a flat shader. So after that, we are going to be going into the blend mode again, and it will be replace. Turn the alpha into replace here, and it should be double-sided. So when we get into the sphere, we will also see the texture, because if I not click on the double-sided, it will be just on the outside, and when I get into the sphere, there will be nothing. So I click on the double-sided as well, so I will have that. So, and this is okay for now as viewing. Let me get, what happens if I get into the sphere. Let's see. Am I in? Oops. Yeah, as you can see, I'm in the sphere at the moment and seeing around. Let me get back to where I was. Okay, so now this is done. Let's add animation to this. For this, I'm going to be using the sphere here and then add an animation from here. So this animation should be something like a pulse. So it should be getting bigger and smaller in an instance. But as you see here, it's looped. I don't want it that way. So I'm going to add another patch here, an animation patch. And going to delete this and put this into here. Yeah. So transition is here. I'm going to be choosing the start of this sphere as, let's say, 1.5 in all dimensions. So it will get a bit smaller. And at the end, I want it bigger. So it will encapsulate me. So let's go with 60 for this now. And I want this animation to, let's say, go on for 2 seconds. So it will just inflate and engulf me in the thingy. So for this, again, I'm going to be using object tap this time. As you guys remember, we used screen tap. So wherever you tap on the screen, you get a reaction to it, regardless of where you tapped. This time, we are going to be using object tap. So it will be crucial for us to tap onto the object. So what I do is take the object from the scene here and drop it down to my patch editor. As I did it seconds ago, it doesn't give me a second one. So I have my object. And now I want an object tap function here. I'm here. So now I'm going to set this up in a way when I tap into this object, it will play the animation. Let me turn this into simulate touch. And nothing happens. So I probably should have used a switch for this matter. So it will change what happens if I tap onto it. So now when I tap onto the thing here, it will turn it on or off, the animation, as a pulse. So why nothing is happening, guys? I know why, but I'm tapping on the screen, nothing happens.
Didn't we turn on that touch on screen on the right side?
Yeah, we did, but the thing is, now we do have an object tap, not a screen tap. So I have to click right onto the object for it to do what it's supposed to do. Okay, so don't be alarmed if it does not seem to work. Maybe you are touching the wrong thing. Okay, so I'm looking all around and seeing the panoramic view as we see here. So I'm going to be getting back to touch and touching once more. But because I did not reverse it, it does nothing. It does not come down. The sphere does not get smaller. So from pulse, as I connected turn on to play, I'm going to be turned off to the reverse. So it will reverse the animation back into its original form. So when I clicked onto the object, it just reversed it. So let me just show you once more. I'm getting it to the touch. And maybe I can make this a bit bigger. I'm clicking on it, and now I'm in the filter. Any questions so far, guys? Okay, very good. So we're okay with getting it bigger and smaller, but as you can see, it is a bit low resolution. So in order to fix this, I'm going to get onto the C side, and I'm going to replace my image once more, and not this folder, this folder, this folder, and this. And I'm going to say open. And for this, there's a compression. I'm going to be selecting the manual, so I can see it. And I'm going to be doing this into so what I do is I did not let the program automatically compress my image. I just selected manual and select the little bit of things from you. It's the maximum resolution and highest quality, and for the method best, I'm going to be choosing the slowest way to compress it, but it will give me the lowest file size. So it is the best one, but it will take a bit more time for it to compress it. So again, for that, for Android, I'm going again maximum for the resolution, highest for the quality, and for the method, I'm going to be choosing the best. For older Android, I'm just leaving it at automatic. And for sampling, I'm using the filtering to high, so it will take more samples, so it will give me a bit better solution. And let's check the difference after that. Maybe I can even use a screen grab for this. I sent the initial screenshot from the chat to you guys, and we are waiting for texture to be compressed. What we can do in the meantime is name our objects in this thingy, and so we can double it. Let's say seaside for this guy, and yeah. And for this, I'm going to click duplicate. And for this, I'm going to be naming it as, let's say, port. And then I do have another sphere here, but now I do have to have another material. So I'm going to add a texture. Let me choose this from here. Okay, so this is my object here. And in there, we have this. And from there, I'm going to create a new material. So let's name this material 0, let's say port. And after that, I'm going to be importing my other image. Is this okay? Let's see. We can find a better one. Yeah, this is a bit better. Let me add this. So it will take a bit more time to compress this as well. I'm going to leave it in the automatic, so it will be a bit better in the file size, and also we can compare the two results with each other. So let's say port. Now it's park, but okay, let's leave it as port, and from the materials I get back to the material, and from there I do choose, let's say, dude, come on, we do have a texture. Okay, the thing just froze. I clicked too much. Gençler, Spark ayarı çok fazla dürterseniz böyle kilitlenebiliyor maalesef. Bekliyoruz. Ve size en başta önerdim, the thing that I suggested you guys at the first, I did it myself. I did not save this file. So if it crashes, everything will be gone. So don't do this. Always use saving options, Control S, or manually go save it from file and from there. We are waiting for a while at the moment for the program to unfreeze. And Alian, thank you. You just shared a pornographic photo size site with us, I guess. Is it free to download?
Efendim hocam?
Paylaştığın site indirmesi ücretsiz mi?
Sitede görüntülenebiliyor ama hiç indirmeyi denemedim hocam. Bir bakabilirim.
Tamam. Bu süreç için hani indirilebilen bir şeyde bulursan iyi olur. Çünkü sizin bu uygulama yapmak için indirmeniz gerekiyor olacak şeyleri. 360 Cities diye de bir şey vardı. Bir yandan ona bakalım. Bu arkadaşın canı istenmesini beklerken.
Bu benim attığım galiba daha çok şey hocam. Ee, Zoom falan yapılabildiği için böyle bir sürü fotoğraftan oluşuyor ve bayağı büyük boyutu.
I'm looking for, again, let's say free 360 photo download. Nah, free license, let's say. Okay, this looks free. It says it's free. Let's say download. Yeah, okay. So you can use this site. Let me just copy and paste it to the chat. Yep. Okay, so this works. Where's the chat? Chat, come on. And here you go. You can download the 360 images from this site so you can try it out. And I'm again still waiting for the C-side compression to finish at the moment. Guys, so a little heads up, you have to probably would like to save your work before messing up with the textures and the optimization processes. It did warn me it will be the slowest, but I did not think it will be this slow. Sana, I just watched your video from the group. It's a good implementation. Nice one. It does not have any sound while the Sokka mı gerçekten ya?
Benimki mi hocam?
Evet.
Bunu özellikle öyle yaptım hocam. Biraz loop yapınca garip oluyordu. Tap yapınca tekrar resetliyor. Ama başka bir işte onu aktive edecek bir şey yapamadım, kafa hareketi falan.
Yok, güzel olmuş. Eline sağlık.
Bir de hocam bu videoyu alırken işte filtreye niye ses çıkmıyor onu biliyor muyuz?
O ayarlardan kaynaklı. Bir yerde onun ayarı olması lazım. Onu hani background olarak oynat veya sadece kaydedilen videonun içine koy gibi bir seçenek var. O onlardan kaynaklanıyordur. Ona daha detaylı bakarız. Ama bu arkadaş şeyi komple bıraktı. Genel yapacağız. Bu arada filtreyi tekrarlayabileniniz var mı gençler? Bir yandan yapmayı deneyeniniz var mı bu anlattığım filtreyi?
Hocam ben şu an kaydettiğimden yapamıyorum.
Neyi kaydettiğinden?
Dersi.
Ha, sorun değil, ben de kaydediyorum bu arada. Evet. Spark AR'a güle güle diyoruz arkadaşlar. Let's see if it has an autosave feature. Or we will be having a little bit of... Yep, okay. Open the project. Let's see where it did autosave the... Okay. Okay, so it probably autosaved just before I messed up with the textures. So that's a good sign. Well, again, it takes forever for it to open up. Sizde de bu kadar takılıyor mu gençler? Spark AR.
Bende bir kere takıldı hocam.
Hocam belki arkada programlar açık olduğu için olabilir.
Olabilir yani. Zoom da bir yandan ekran kaydı alıyor. O da bir yük bindiriyor. Chrome zaten bütün şeyi RAM'i sömürüyor bir yandan. Şöyle yollayalım bakalım. Şimdi. So we do have our C side here. And we do have our port here. Let's take it into the side. And I don't know why we are seeing this woman here. It should, but let's not worry about it. Okay, let's take it down and move a bit further. So, yep, this one better. You can change the camera view from here, guys. So if it's some by mistake shows you selfie video, even if you are working with a plane tracker, you can turn it around like this, so you can move around in this freely and click on the objects. So I will mess with the things later. Let me save this first to desktop 360 filter as a 360 filter. Ya, yürü git. And now for what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the patch editor from, I guess it was in the view, yeah. So what I just did for this guy, I'm going to do the same for this guy here. And for this, I'm going to be just selecting these 5 elements and copying and pasting them. And then I'm going to be using this as another object and connect it to here as same as before. And then what I'm going to do is just select this sphere here and have the scale patch generated from here and like this. So what I have to change here is probably where it starts, because it looks like a bit bigger than the other guy here. So let me just delete it first and scale it up. I don't know, 0.5, something like this. Yeah, we will even the sizes later. So from that, we are going to have the scale and yeah. Okay. Now we have a problem. I'm not sure why it does this, but let me get this cleaned. Let's delete this guy as well. And let's copy this and paste it. And okay. Then what we can do is maybe select this and paste that. Interesting. Guys, do you have any idea why the scaling is a bit off? This says scale 5, this says 1. So let's 1, 1, and 1 this. Interesting. Okay. Go 2, 2, 2. Let me just put this here. Okay, then we get the scale patch from this guy and connect this to here. And in order to set the sizes of those into the same way, maybe we can start this with 2 as a starting point, or 3. Let's try. I'm just eyeballing it at the moment. Yeah, it's okay, it's better now. So we did kind of fixed it. So what will happen now is, let me get this a bit bigger and turn it into orbit. Now we do have 2 spheres here, and when I get into the simulate touch and if I click on this one gets bigger, and I click on this one will get bigger. So we can choose which sphere to get into. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is take this guy a bit closer to this one, and I'm going to be applying the material to this guy here. So we have our material port here, and I'm going to choose the texture of port, and now it has the texture of what we wanted. But as you can see here, there's a bit difference between these two guys here because of the shader type. So I'm going to choosing flat instead of standard. Now I do have it, and from blend mode I'm going to select replace, and from cull it's okay, and I'm going to click on double-sided, so I will see the insides of it. Let's say if I do not click on the double-sided, as you can see, I'm getting into blank sphere here. So that's why I click onto the double-sided so I can see what's inside as well as outside. Okay, in order to try this, I'm going to add experience, sharing effects. Okay, insert. Yep. Done. Test on device, Instagram. Now I am generating a link for you guys to try it out. Okay, I do have the test link. I'm sending into the chat. So, Chara, if you can kindly send this to the WhatsApp. By the way, you can play around with the time of the animation. Like it takes 2 seconds for it to get bigger. You can do it in a 1, you can do it in 5 seconds, you can do it in a minute. Depends on what you put in here as a number. So let me save the file and change the compression from here a bit. Resolution, quality. Let's say the best. And do each one at a time this time. Guys, were you able to try the filter out? Okay, so first things first, it opens up as the front camera. You have to change it. It has to open up as the back camera, the main camera of your phone. Oh, I do have it here. Okay, so let me press on it. Okay, so now we do have a blurry image of a 360 sphere that we can turn around in. Let's try to unblur it. I did it for the iOS, Android. It's okay, so let me maximize it for the iOS as well. So, okay. This is around 0.6 megabytes and 0.6 megabytes, around 0.7. These are the resolutions. So let's see how it affects what we see here.
It didn't work on me, teacher.
You might be missing the level of the spheres. You have to look a bit up. It's a bit up. Biraz yukarıda olabilir küreler. Bir yukarı doğru da baksana. Buna değil zaten porta yaptığımız güzellikleri. Refreshleyelim. Tekrardan yüklüyor olsun. Bir de yapabileceğimiz şey. One of the other things that we can do is reduce the file size of the original file by hand or using a processor online. Let's say reduce image size, losing quality online. Let's see what we get up with.
When you use resizenow.com.
What? Resizenow.com mı?
Yes. Resize Now.
Okay. This works as well. Let's try this out. What one of the images here? Nope, not this one. Get back. Go there. Open this up. So what I'm doing here is it has to be in 1024 pixels for it to work with the this thing, Spark AR, and I'm choosing the best quality and sharpening it. So let's see what will happen. Okay, it's not bad. Let's open it up, and it was the seaside image. What I'm going to do is click here and select replace. Oops. Select the image, this one here. And now I'm going to be saying no compression for this. So let's see what happens. So touch, close this one, and orbit. Where's my spheres? Yeah. Now I'm choosing touch. Sharpen was too much, but it looks a bit better. Let me turn off this sharpen, turn off, resize it. Maybe we can use a bit more things. Oh, now it's smaller. Interesting. Again, get back here, choose this one, press replace. This one. Okay, it's better. And now let's go with 116 with no sharpen, resize.
Hocam bu arada custom size yapıp kendiniz de belirleyebilirsiniz.
Biliyorum ama boyutu çok arttırmamak adına kademe kademe gidiyorum. Ama uyarın için sağ ol. Replace diyelim tekrardan. Bu değil, bu değil. Bu muydu? Evet bu. Open. Yeah, it's a bit blurrier now. Let's go with custom size. Yep, best quality, resize. Oof, now it's 6 megabytes. It's too much for this program to handle. So let's reduce it a bit, like let's say 2000 to 2000. Resize. Nah, 2.5 megabytes is acceptable. Let's get this and try it without, because we do have a 4 megabyte limit for this filter. So, and we have other components as well, besides just the image. So let's see if this image might just fit. By the way, because of I did give the same ratio, the wrong ratio, 2000 by 2000, it did fucked up my photo. So what I have to do is scale this up in a way so I do not distort the image. So a little bit of math here. 1600'e 800 ise 2000'e kaç olur? So in order a manual way to do this is open up the calculator and içler dışlar çarpımı. I don't know the English term of it. You just put down the numbers and you have to 2000 times 800 divided by this. So I get 1000 as a ratio. So what I'm going to do is get back on the side and I'm going to use 1000 here. Resize. I know it's just the double of what you have on the side, but in case of you have another custom size, you might have to work with. That's why I just did the calculations. And let's go with this. Maybe this can give us a optimal. Yeah, 3 megabytes. Let's go with 3 megabytes. See what happens. And we open it up. Come to see the site. Replace it one more time. We have this here. Why is the image size is like this? It might be because of it has to dial down the dimensions to this, whatever you do. So it's probably why it's doing this. So I will go with, let's say, this guy here. Resize it for the last time and leave it at that. Okay, so we did mess around with the resolutions a bit, so it will give you a better considering this into this. Let's try it out with another sphere just once more with a higher resolution this time, or we can just skip this. Anyway, do you guys want to do comparison with the high res and the low res spheres?
Yeah, we can.
Okay. Let's go here and duplicate this. High res or higher res, let's say. So we open this up here. And after that, we have to go there, copy these, paste this back. Then here, put this here for the third time, and connect this. And then we get the scale, connect this to that. And now our third sphere can be clicked upon. But what we want to do different this time is we want to add another texture. Let's go here. This is the port. Yeah. Now what I'm going to do is get into here and select this, best, resize, and I have to put the image, by the way. No. Select pictures. Let's go with start over. Yep. Go here. Can I drag and drop this? Okay, looks like I can. So while I'm waiting for this, I'm going to be creating another material and call this high-res port. So I can attach another material to this guy here. And this, there's a sphere, and I'm going to change this into high-res port. So it's pot, doesn't matter. For this, I'm going to be needing this image here if the website ever gives it to me. I'm just refresh it. Select pictures. This one, open. Let it upload. Guys, I'm sending you the WhatsApp group chat joining link. So if there's still anyone who hasn't joined to the WhatsApp, you can send this to those ones so they can join. Bir arkadaşım bir tane şeyi resize edeceğim. Hadi buradan gidelim. Bir de bu arkadaşlara soralım bakalım nasıl resize yapıyorlarmış. 2024'de 612 midir? I'm still waiting on this and still uploading to this one. Let's see which one gets the fastest result. Then we can have two spheres with the same image but different kind of compressions. So we will see what happens in the name of image quality. Where's my image? Ah, there it is. Okay, let's see what happens. Ah, this is the wrong image. Damn it. Did we work with this on the other one as well? Let's get back a second and select a newer image. Dimensions. Resize.
I think it should be 512 instead of 612.
Yeah, you're right. I have been into 3 different meetings just before meeting you guys. My math has left my body at this period of day. Sorry. Okay, so let's select pictures. This one, open it up for the last time. Let it upload. Open this one and select image. This one. Dimensions 1024 to 500. 4 to 512. Because of all these applications are done on the servers, it probably takes time if there's a higher demand on those services. So let's see. Okay, now we do have a winner here. Yep, that's a bit better. Let's say this. Put an internal voice. Yep, take this, put it here. Now I go into my materials, the higher res pot, and from that I choose this. Again, shader type flat, alpha to replace, and double-sided. So let's see what happens. If I click on this, I see something like this. And if I click on this, I see something like this. It's a bit better, not the best. There are several other ways in order for you to increase your resolution in this. One of which is you divide the sphere into 8 different pieces in a program like a Blender, and then you first you create a sphere in Blender. Then you apply your texture, the 360 photo. Then you cut that sphere into 8 different pieces and import each and every one of them into the program by hand. Just drag and drop. And now what you get is 6 different images which are in the resolution on 1025 pixels. So like you increase the resolution 8 times because you have 8 individual pieces and there are 8 individual textures. Did you get the idea? Gençler
Yes.
şöyle bir şey yapabiliyorsunuz. Şimdi burada çözünürlükle ilgili sıkıntı, the problem with the texture here is you have 1024 pixels per texture. So in order to canvas out something a bit bigger, you can divide that canvas into smaller pieces and assign each and every one of them another texture, which will give you the bigger picture in the end. So every piece of texture you put will be downgraded. So it will be 8 times more. It will have 8 times more resolution, like what we did here. Gençler bu bölümü anladınız mı? Çözünürlüğü yükseltme ile ilgili olan trik konusunu.
Anladım ben hocam.
Yani bunu yapmak zorunda değilsiniz. Çünkü bu artık modelleme ile ilgili ve materyal yönetimi ile ilgili biraz daha uzmanlık isteyen noktalara giriyor. Güzel YouTube tutorial'ları vardır bununla ilgili diye tahmin ediyorum. Yani düzgün çalışanını henüz görmemiştim ama en son 2 sene önce falan bakmıştım bu texture optimization konusuna. O yüzden mutlaka bir şeyler bulursunuz. Dolayısıyla ona ilgilenen olursa bakabilirsiniz veya ben de anlatabilirim. daha sonrasında. So guys, you can try this filter from here. Çağrı will send it to the WhatsApp. And let's publish this. See what happens. There are my spheres. There's on the first one. They're a bit blurry, not so great. I'm choosing the one on the left. Yeah, it's a bit better.
Hocam bende yine çalışmadı.
Filtreye bir boş zemin gösteriyor musun öncesinde? Plane olarak track edebileceği bir şey.
Ön kamerayla yapmıyor muyduk? Denemiyor muyduk?
Ön kamera değil, ana kamerayla deneyeceksin. Arka kameranla. Şu kameranla deneyeceksin.
Tamamdır. Bir deniyorum hemen.
Niye Instagram'da bunu paylaştık? Ha, bundan dolayı mıymış? Ama
Ben açabildim
Çalışıyor
ama
hocam.
bayağı yukarıda duruyor.
Evet, biraz yukarıda duruyor sadece.
bu şey için tabii ayakta duran bir kişinin deneyimlemesi üzerine tasarladığımız için bunu siz büyük ihtimalle otururken denediniz değil mi gençler?
Evet,
Evet hocam.
Büyük ihtimalle ondan dolayı. Ayağa kalkıp deneyin, o kadar da yukarıda durmadığını fark edeceksiniz. Ayar. So I'm just choosing things from here. Oop. Let's say this one. Yeah, that should do it. Balta limanı. Boğaz. Boğaz. Boğaz nasıl yazıyorduk ya? Bosphorus yazamadım. Aynen ondan. Köprü. So this is the keywords for your filter to be found. I do have to upload a demo video, so let me capture it real fast. Where are my spheres? I'll get back. Continue. Yep. Okay. So I'm just going to send the video there. I'm going to take that from there. Let me just save it to my phone. So what you can do is, in order for you to publish any of your filters, you have to upload that demo video of how your filter works. So the test link is very good for using this, using in this, so you can test out your filter and send it, take a video of how it works and send it to yourself. So you can add this to the how it works content here. I'm looking for any other things that we can do here. We don't need world tracker, messenger. Let me stop my share screen for a moment. Guys, do you have any questions for what we did today? We did it like several times. I'm sure that you guys can do it now better than I do.
Today's lecture was experimental.
Yeah, because of the many things that did not go on our way. So we did this, we did that. I have the video. Let me share my screen back. Okay, so I have this video here and I'm going to be opening up this. Okay, let's select it from. Turns out the drag and drop does not work on this, guys. Be careful. So I'm uploading the. Go away. I'm uploading the video here, and then I'm going to press just send, and it will be. What? Come on. It's like 16 seconds or something like that. Let me open it with this one. And then trim it. Ya gerçekten bir saniye için mi üzdün beni şu anda? That's not- Okay, now take this. Ya çocuğum evladım onu kısalttık ya işte. ...16 saniye. Geri al sildiğimi. Bu kaç? 15 saniye. Tamam. Şunu sil. Kafa karıştırmasın. Dosya seç. 14 saniyeye çekmiştim zaten bak. As it says less than 15 seconds or not more than 15 seconds. Okay, it's not more than I'm gonna do it 10 seconds. So guys, do you have any questions in this process of?
Hocam biz de direkt hani tam olarak ne yapmalıyız şey olarak, filtre olarak?
Filtre olarak herhangi bir 360 imaj kullanarak bu tarz bir şey yapabilirsiniz. Birden fazla küreniz olsun ve tıkladığınızda farklı lokasyonları gezin.
Anladım.
Yani bunu tematik olarak atıyorum bir ev tanıtım videosu olarak da yapabilirsiniz. Kendi eviniz olabilir, başkasının evi olabilir. 360 fotoğrafları kendiniz çekebilirsiniz veya İstanbul için de çekilmiş güzel 360 fotoğraflar koyarsanız İstanbul'u tanıtan bir filtre olarak bunu yapabilirsiniz. Orada size bağlı tematik olarak ne seçeceğiniz. Ama yapacağınız şey bir portal filtresi. Daha kompleks olabilir bundan. Başka şeyler, önceki haftada öğrendiğiniz başka şeyler ekleyebilirsiniz. Yani küreler dönüyor olabilir kendi şeyinde. O tarz animasyonlar ekleyebilirsiniz. Buradan şunu kapak imajı olarak şunu kapak imajı olarak seçeyim. Tamam, gönder. So this is how you publish it, basically. So for next week, what I want you guys to do is try this out. The portal making filter, do once for yourselves and take a video recording of it. Yeah, that's basically it, and we will try something new next week. Okay, so it's now and they are going to be evaluating the filter, and after it passes the evaluation, it will can be displayed here as the metrics and other stuff. Okay, guys, do you have any questions?
No, I don't have any.
Okay, so I'm stopping the recording here.